So had you invested 1 lakh rupees in any of these funds, your money would have grown by at least 3 times and maximum up to 5 times. Now, this fund has grown by a CAGR of 14.97% since its launch. These 33 equity mutual funds on your screen have given returns of more than 25% over the last 5 years. So the average returns of ALSS funds in the last 5 years have been around 15.98%. The average 5-year SIP returns stood at 17.5%. Hope this helps you pick the right fund for your long-term goals. Alright, I will invest in mutual funds. But tell me one thing, what do these mutual funds do with that money? How do they increase your invested money? Where do they get those 10%, 12%, 14% or even higher returns? Hello and welcome to our channel 5 Minute Finance by ET Money, where we talk about the basics of personal finance. In today's video, we are going to understand where equity mutual funds invest your money. We'll start with understanding the specific rules of investment that the equity funds have to follow to invest investors' money. And then we'll look at the actual portfolio of popular equity funds. This will give you a fair idea of what do mutual funds actually do with your money. So let's get cracking. Equity mutual funds invest the majority of money in stocks. We all know there are different types of equity mutual funds, but based on where they invest, we can divide them into different categories. Now, equity funds invest in stocks, but what type of stocks a fund will invest in is guided by the investment rules for that category of the mutual fund. There are 12 equity fund categories. Now look at the table on your screen. So if we look at large cap funds, they have to invest at least 80% of the total assets, that is 80% of the total money that the fund is managing goes to large cap stocks. But what does it mean by large cap stocks? Now listen to this carefully. There are more than 5,300 listed stocks which you can buy or sell on the stock exchanges. So the stock market regulator, Securities Exchange Board of India, commonly called as SEBI, has divided the stocks universe into 3 categories: large cap, mid cap and small cap stocks. Now the biggest 100 companies in this stocks universe are called as large cap stocks. The next 101 to 250 companies in terms of their size, also called as the market capitalization, are termed as mid cap stocks. And the companies which are ranked 251 and beyond as per their size are called as small cap stocks. So top 100 companies are large caps, next 150 companies are mid caps and the remaining ones are small caps. Coming back to our list of equity fund and their investment mandate. Now look at mid cap funds. They have to invest at least 65% in mid cap stocks and remaining 35% can be invested either in equities or debt instruments at the discretion of the fund manager. Similarly, if you look at large and mid-cap funds category, so these funds have to invest at least 35% of the assets in large-cap stocks and at least 35% in mid-cap stocks. And flexi-cap funds, they have to invest a minimum 65% of the total assets in stocks. Now, be it large-cap or mid-caps or small-caps. Similarly, you have the investment mandate for all other categories as well. So once you have understood how the equity funds are supposed to invest your money, let's look at the actual portfolio of these funds to understand it even better. Now since Flexi Cap is the most sought after category in the equity fund space, let's look at where the biggest Flexi Cap fund, Parag Flexi Cap Fund, invests. It is the biggest Flexi Cap fund with assets worth 59,000 crores. So a flexi cap fund can invest either in large caps or mid caps or small cap stocks as per the fund manager's choice. Coming to Parikh Flexi Cap Fund. Assuming you invested 10,000 rupees in this fund, let's see how the 10,000 rupees got invested by the fund manager. So out of 10,000, 5,800 were invested in large caps. 659 rupees got invested in mid caps and 775 rupees in small caps, and 2,770 were held by the fund in cash. Now, the fund is holding a total of 46 stocks. Look at the table on your screen. It shows the top 10 companies that the fund is holding. So out of your 10,000 rupees investment, 793 rupees are invested in HDFC Bank stocks, 723 in Bajaj Holdings and Investments, and so on. Now, apart from Indian companies, this fund also invests in foreign stocks. Currently, it is holding 4 such stocks which are on your screen: Google, Amazon, Facebook, and Microsoft. They together account for 15% of the portfolio. So out of 10,000 rupees, 1,500 got invested in these foreign stocks. Though not all flexi cap funds may invest in foreign stocks, but this fund used this flexibility. So when you invest in equity funds, you hold many stocks. As a result, your portfolio becomes diversified. Now, different stocks belong to different sectors. So let's look at the sector allocation of the Parag Flexi Cap Fund on your screen. The top 5 sectors of the fund include banking, IT, finance, power, and automobile and ancillaries. Combined, the top 5 sectors account for 64% of the portfolio. So of 10,000 rupees, 6,400 rupees were invested in these 5 sectors, with 2,270 rupees in the banking sector, and so on. So we saw how the biggest flexi cap fund invested your money. Now let's very quickly look at the portfolio of the biggest large cap fund as well for better understanding. ICICI Prudential Bluechip Fund is the biggest large cap fund with an AUM of 51,500 crore as on February 24. As per mandate, a large cap fund has to invest at least 80% of the assets in the biggest 100 companies. Now let's look at the portfolio of the fund. This fund has invested 80.32% in large cap stocks, 9.14% in mid cap stocks, 0.39% in small cap stocks, and it is holding 10.14% in cash. This data is as per February 2024 portfolio. The fund is holding 66 stocks in total. The top 10 holdings account for 51% of the assets, so more than half of what you invest will be invested in the 10 stocks on your screen. As far as the sectors are concerned, the top 5 sectors of the fund include banks, oil sectors, automobile, IT, and infrastructure. So hope you would have got a fair idea of how mutual funds invest your money on your behalf to generate returns. Now these portfolios are as at the end of February 2024. The portfolios keep on changing and the funds disclose the portfolios every month on their respective websites. Alternatively, you can find detailed 360-degree information come analysis of all the funds at one place, that is on the ET Money app. You can either select a particular category and browse through the funds, or if you want details about any particular fund, you can search with that fund's name and that's it. You'll get a complete analysis of that fund on the ET Money app. This can help you choose a consistently good performing fund for investment. Also, if you are a new investor, we have a lot of content to help you get started with your investment journey on our channel. So don't forget to scroll through our channel and give us a lot of likes to keep us motivated. Also, don't forget to subscribe and we'll come with another insightful video soon.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.